Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we will be discussing how I run far and lift heavy on the same day. So some background about me. I'm a 180-pound natural bodybuilder. I'm about 11% body fat right now. I've been bodybuilding for the past 8 years. I've put on about 40 pounds of muscle in 8 years. I've been running for 16 years, cycling for about 12 years. I've been doing hybrid training, so running, cycling, and bodybuilding concurrently for the past 8 years. And I benched 315, shoulder press 100-pound dumbbells for 10 reps, probably really closer to 12, really. Um, and run a 452 mile, train for marathons, half marathons, run 70 miles a week. And so I will be discussing everything I do to run far and lift heavy in the same day. So let's jump right in. Okay, so my lifting routine. I lift 6 days per week. Currently, I am I'm training to bench 405, but I also eventually want to compete in bodybuilding. So I'm also doing, my routine is focused on, it's a bodybuilding routine, but it's also focused on strengthening certain muscles. So my routine is 6 days a week. Monday is shoulders, forearms, incline barbell bench, heavy. Um, Tuesday is lats and biceps, heavy. Wednesday is chest and triceps, heavy. Thursday is lats and shoulders, high volume. So I do lats and shoulders again, high volume, because eventually I want to compete in classic physique and men's physique. So I gotta have nice shoulders and lats. Fridays, biceps and triceps, high volume. Again, I train arms another day, high volume, so I can have nice arms when I do compete. Um, so when I do high volume days, I do lots of drop sets and supersets. Saturday we do traps and incline dumbbell bench press, heavy, and Sunday we do legs heavy. So this routine, it allows me to lift and recover for the following sessions. Now I run 6 days a week. I take Tuesdays off, but generally what I'll do is I will lift and then run. I found that it's always more beneficial for me, and I encourage most hybrids or people who want to get into this to always lift before they run, because in my experience, if you run prior to your lift will be greatly affected, meaning your lift will be substantially more difficult for whatever reason. So, just a quick example. Let's say you run 8 miles at 7 a.m. and let's say you go lift at 8 p.m. So let's say it takes you an hour to run. So that's 12 hours in between sessions. Let's say you have 12 hours in between sessions and you eat 4,000 calories prior to your lift and after your run. Well, in my experience, your lift will still be affected from the run, and your lift will be fatigued. And if your lift is fatigued, you'll lift less heavy, and you'll do less volume, which will affect your gains, and you don't want to affect your gains. So in my experience, it's best to always lift before you run. I know some days that might not be ideal, but it's what I found works best for me, and more importantly, I've observed it in other people who do high rate training. So my lifting routine is 6 days per week. I'll do 4 aerobic runs. So I run anywhere from 60 to 70 miles a week when I'm healthy. So I'll do like 4 aerobic runs, which are anywhere from 8 to 11 miles. I'd say 9 miles minimum. It's usually average. 9 miles, pretty average. A long run on Fridays, which is between 15 and 20 miles. I'll do one workout every week. So all through, depending on where I am in the season or my training block, I'll do a threshold run or so something like I'm training for a 5K. So I'll do anything like I'll train up to a 5 by 25 minute at tempo pace, build up to that over this course of a couple weeks or months rather. And then as we get closer to the race, we'll do some VO2 max work. So some efforts at around at a pace that's between 2 mile and 5K pace. And that's like 5 by 1,000, 6 by 800, 8 by 800, 1200s, anywhere from 5K to 2 mile pace. Then there's some anaerobic efforts, so 300s, 200s. I also do strides 2 times per week. And the purpose of strides are just to help develop turnover and power and speed. I do those all year round. I'll do those twice a week. I'll do 5 by 100 meter on flat, either on the track or road, and 5 by 100 meter uphill. I'll add 50 meters each week until I get to 250 meters, and then I'll just reset. But I'll do these literally year round for speed development and just to have turnover in my legs. So a sample day of training, let's say Monday, I lift before work, and my gym opens at 5, so I'm dinner right at 5. But I have to be at work at 7, so I only have 45 minutes because I have to come home and change. So I lift from like 5 to 5:45, and then I'll lift during my lunch break for about 30 minutes. And so my lunch break's at 11:30, and I lift from 11:45 to 12:15. And so I lift about 75 minutes Monday through Wednesday. So, and then after work at like 4 o'clock, I'll do my run and cycling. So a sample day would be 5:40 a.m. lift, 11:45 to 12:15 lift, and then I'll do like a run at about 4 o'clock, and then cardio and cycling after if I'm cycling that day. Um, Thursdays and Fridays I work from home, so I can just finish my lift. Thursdays and Fridays lift only takes about an hour, so 5 to 6 a.m. lift, and then usually my lunch break on Thursday, Friday I'll do about some cycling on the indoor trainer, and then after work I'll do like 4 p.m. I'll do about my cardio. So that's a sample day of training. But I'm always, if you notice, I'm always lifting before I run. Of course, I have to wake up super early to do this. I have to train during my lunch break. But there were times when I would just lift after work and run immediately after. So I get off work at 3:30, be at the gym at 4. I'd lift from like 4 to 5:15, from 5:25 until 7 o'clock. I'd run, and that would be like a sample day of training. But yeah, that is how I run, far, and lift heavy on the same day. If you take anything away from this, that would be to always lift before you run, because running before you lift greatly affects your gains. If y'all are interested, I offer one-on-one coaching on how to become a hybrid, how to bodybuild, how to get jacked, how to get shredded. Links in the bio. If y'all enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.